When I was in Sierra Vista, Arizona, we moved there in 2006, just before All Hallows Eve, 2006. For a lot of you that don't know what that means Halloween, for Halloween. In 2006, okay, we were relocated. And my wife was having online affairs with Al Qaeda members, okay, in Sheridan, Wyoming, when she was the circulation director of the Sheridan Press. And then she got fired for misappropriation of funds, and then ends up interviewing and getting the job as the circulation director, okay, at WIC Communications at the Sierra Vista Herald. Okay. And we end up in 2006 with that job. Okay, right, a few clicks outside of Fort Huachuca. That's how the hypocrites and heathens say it. A few clicks, just right out the, sniper range. Oh, fucking assholes. Okay, and so, the people in the Temple of Set Illuminati, okay, because that's what that Dana fellow told me. I didn't even know who they were. Okay? I had no idea. No clue that Michael Aquino and Antoine LaVey ever existed. I'm not a part of. I didn't They wasn't explained to me when when we joined the Mormon Church to help give Amy a base of morals, because she had trouble with that. She had trouble for morals. She was raised on Eazy-E and Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube and Dr. Dre and Howard Stern. Okay. So she was very difficult. She was definitely from the Hugh Hefner culture. We're going to have to get you to loosen up. We're going to have to get you this. I was like, I don't want to have sex with lots of different people. She showed me videos when she was, she was they call them fag hags or whatever. James, she hung out with the gay guys and the bisexuals, and they'd party together, and they'd all party together. Okay. And she tried to pass herself off as this little Episcopal girl that didn't have sex and all that stuff. And I was like, no, she was 19 when we got married, and I was 33. And she was just as good or not better in the bedroom than I was. Okay. And you don't be this little church girl, have sex with one bad boy, and end up, this girl's great in the bedroom, right? Okay. Wow. Yeah. I was like, that comes from experience. First, everything's awkward, and you don't just have one sexual partner. And gosh, dang, it's like you watch a lot of porn, right? And so I knew she was full of shit in a lot of ways, and I told her that after we got married and after things started going the way. I was like, you didn't have to be so nice. I would have loved you anyway, but you should have been more pragmatic and truthful with me, so we both knew what we were getting into. You sold yourself as this little, the only boy that could ever reach me. It was the son of a preacher man. And as it turns out, wait a minute. I'm Dusty Springfield in this relationship, And she said that to a lot of people because I had this reputation. Everywhere I went, I had a reputation of being this thug and this bad boy and this sexual dynamo, which I earned. Because I used the thug reputation to protect nerds from the bullies at most of the schools I went to, which was the jocks. Okay. And bad boy, yeah, everyone was scared to listen to me because I could kick your ass faster than you could say lickety split, suck your own dick for change on TV and pass yourself off as Steve Buscemi on Guess Who, Scooby-Doo with You Might Be a Country Boy. But so serious. And what's the other guy's name? I don't know. The fashion designer. I don't even know who the guy is. I was like, who is this guy? Who, Tim Gunn or what? I don't know what they think. I don't know half these people, And so, and I don't know who the one was, the baseball memorabilia who did the thing and blew up the thing for the Seattle. I don't know who that kid is. It's just like, who is he? I don't know. I know who Steve Buscemi is. He got chopped up in a wood chipper in Fargo. Okay. And he also plays God on that thing with Daniel Radcliffe on TNT or whatever. And so, stupid, very stupid, yes. Okay. Thinks he's Morgan Freeman and George Burns. But yes, God's omniscient and omnipotent. How can you get an actor to play God if you just believe that God is just a way to make money? I want to watch Prince of Egypt from James Works and have somebody who thinks he understands the spirit of Moses and pass it off as propaganda for money, and have Jeff Goldblum play his brother. Like watching it going, yeah, I know. I was sitting there watching the beginning of that, and I was like, I can't sit and watch this. At first you think, Cecil B. DeMille does a better job of portraying Moses. And but the thing is Moses, he knew. Okay. He knew. And Ramses knew. And Pharaoh knew, but he wasn't Pharaoh's son. He was one of Pharaoh's relatives' sons. Okay. And that's the truth. Okay. He wasn't the woman who takes him in, she's part of the royal family, but she's not Pharaoh's wife. Okay. People that write down stories tell the stories the way they want to sell it because it sells more books. Gets more people to believe the bullshit. You know what I mean? It's a Charlie Chan movie. It's okay. Some of the Charlie Chan ain't going to find her. And so, I have no interest in the people in the Temple of Set Illuminati being involved in my life anymore once I clean this fucker up. And I intend on doing it as quick as humanly possible. I'm not playing, and I don't have any dates. I don't have as far as I'm concerned, it could happen 5 minutes from now. I don't have this date, you got till this. No, fuck it. All bets are off. Okay. There is no, April 14th, you have to file your taxes. I don't work that way. Okay. The moment I can get that technology to go work, we're no longer cooking with gas and we're actually living the Lord's Prayer. So there it is. Okay. And I can't tell you when, where, who, what, when, where, why. It's just when it happens, you better be ready. Okay. People get ready. There's a train. We don't have no train. It's not diesel humming. It's not this train. That's all just propaganda. That's all that stuff is just people singing songs for money. Okay. Writing scripts for money. Pretending for money. That's all that George Lucas is. That's all Steven Spielberg is. It's just people, heathens, putting on a show for money. Okay. And I like music and songs and stuff, but you still just got to remember, that's all I'd say. It's anyone who listens to me sing. He's going out and make money, and she wouldn't have that lifestyle that she enjoys in Aspen, Colorado, if he didn't go out and make lots of money for them to afford to live in Aspen, Colorado. Okay. And that's why they would fight. Okay. Well, if you want me not to be popular and not support the afternoon delight people and all that stuff, just make more money, make more money. Okay. You really think Annie would have been with John if John hadn't have been famous? Blah, blah, blah. Was very amused, right? Okay, trust me. You cannot be the best guy in the world in the history of the United States and have Jennifer Lopez show up at your door and say, "You're the best man in the world. I want to be your wife. I want to help raise your children that were abused by the Temple of Set Illuminati, and I want to make sure that your wives are okay and healthy because your children really love their moms no matter how much hell they went through and tried to get them to survive in a way that seems uncouth and disgusting." It would seem uncouth and disgusting if you were invading my privacy and manipulating people to try to make me look like a pervert, and you were going to keep us all safe from those perverts, right? Like me, right? It's when you sit and look at what they're doing in the Z Guys movie that Amy had us watch when we lived there in Sierra Vista, that people were watching, and they know what they're doing 50 years in advance, right? I didn't have a clue who that is. I had no clue who Aaron Russo was. I knew who Nelson Rockefeller was. I just didn't give a shit. My dad was, the Rockefellers are this, the Rockefellers are that. It's like, okay, well, they're not paying attention to us because we're nobodies. Okay. Okay. So, the Rockefellers are like, the Rockefellers don't care about us. Dad, we're poor people. Okay, you're in the John Birch Society and the NRA, but lots of people were. You're not going to be Lee Harvey Oswald. We're okay. Okay, do you understand? That's how I was. I was like, they ain't going to pay attention to us. I'm not trying to be Elon Musk or Bill Gates or Steve Jobs. I'm not Tom Brady. I'm not Daniel Day-Lewis. So it's like, what the fuck do the Rockefellers care about me? Okay. I mean, yeah, Jesus had those conversations with me, yeah. But you don't think nothing of it. You just sit there and go, okay, Jesus, I'll do whatever you need. I love you. I'll be a good person. But I sure the fuck ain't gonna be a paranoid, delusional, aggressive, violent schizophrenic that tries to kill everybody if I don't get my way. And I know about my parents' flaws and human frailties, just to get it across to Ms. Lopez, okay? Yeah, my dad is stubborn. You can sit with my dad for 50 some years and explain to him over and over again, Spencer J. Kimball's wrong, Billy Graham's wrong, and they'll tell you why. And explain it in such lucidity and such simplicity that's so pragmatic and intelligent that all people in their right mind would go, the 4-year-old's right, like my mom did with, and then, well, your mom was so intelligent. Mom could admit when she was wrong. Okay, but mom was easily influenced by academics like Al Gore and other mega mogul assholes that could disprove idiots like Billy Graham faster than you could say lickety split, but then would still kill each other over money and not obey the perfection of the Lord's Prayer. That's what I was all about. Mom, no, Twitzel's wrong because you can't do this mathematically, but she'd always be so amazed. You should be so brilliant, so rich and powerful and famous. Mom, I just want to live the Lord's Prayer. Love my wife, love my kids, and not have to tolerate all these rich and powerful assholes. Well, because that's the part of me that's like my dad. Okay? Not stubborn, but just constant and believe in Jesus, have faith in God. My mom had trouble believing in Jesus, having faith in God, because everybody that claimed to believe in Jesus and have faith in God that ran a corporation was a bunch of lying, murdered fucktards that were full of shit. And she could admit it. Okay, my dad, no. Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, the greatest men that ever lived, wrote this piece of paper, divinely inspired by God to own slaves and mass murder people over money. Okay, what about the whole forgive, debt, and trust? See, so I know my relationship with my parents. And I know what I've had to deal with both the human flaws of my mother and my father and those families. Okay. And I know that I am the light and the way, and I am the way, the truth, and life, and unto the true faith of Father Abraham and the understanding of the Krishna and the Buddha, because I saw Krishnamurti and they showed me Krishnamurti. It's like, dude, he's just like me. And Suzuki, they're just like me. We're radically different personality-wise. We're different individuals. But as far as pragmatism, 1 and 1 is 2. Life is eternal, grace is infinite. We're the same people. We can sit there and explain it to you. We just do it in a different manner, in a different way. As far as good manners, if you're a liar and put on a show to be pretentious and have good manners while you're killing people, you can't have good manners and be a mass murderer over money. All you people that call yourselves Muslims that are nothing like my blessed Muhammad. Okay. So I have good manners, because when people are full of shit and mass murdering people over money, I come in and cuss the fuckers out and clean out the temple and say, you will behave like Solomon or you're going to get your ass kicked again tomorrow. Okay. Because I'm a beautiful person. Everybody that understands beautiful and has faith in God understands that. Everybody who's lost in hell and has their head up their ass because they're afraid of dying physically because they don't want to be like me is having trouble understanding that. It's not hard. Okay. I love you. And if you're becoming an intelligent, faithful person, you're becoming aware of that. All right. Love you very much.